Hey guys, how's it going, man? Guess what? I got my truck back. Look, there's my welder in the back. And not only did I get my truck back, it's running good so far. Everything feels good. But as soon as I went to work early in the morning to my regular job. Told the boss, hey man, they called me yesterday. They told me my truck would be ready this morning. Can I go pick it up? He's like, yeah, go ahead. So I went to work. I went to work for an hour. Went to pick up my truck. Came back to work. Or actually, I went to my house. I went and got my trailer with the welder on it, and went back to work. And during my lunch break, I loaded up the welder back in my truck and all my stuff that I had in my truck. And then on the way home, the guy calls me, the one that I always do the welding for, man. He calls me. He's like, hey, Danny, man, I need you to come do some welding. I'm like, man, thank you, God. After all the money I spent on this truck, getting it fixed and everything. He's like, I need you to do some welding, man. It won't take but 30 minutes of your time. And then I told him, well, you know I got a 3-hour minimum. He's like, yeah, that's fine, just come. So I come over here, I come to work, come do some welding for him over here, and it literally takes about 30 minutes to an hour, maybe at the most. Real easy. It's real easy, just cutting a 3/8 plate and cutting like a U, pretty much a U. And the shaft sits on there and it makes it spin and whatever, but really easy, man. And he's like, man, how you like working over there at your other job? He's like, how you like working over there? I'm like, it's all right, man. I mean, I pretty much do what I want. My boss is cool, and like I make decent money for the area that I live in, but I don't make good money, you know. He's like, man, how would you like more money, more hours if you want them, and I even get you a company truck if you come work over here for me full time. You're like, and anytime, you know, you do your regular maintenance, everything that you do maintenance around here, and every time that you need we need welding, we'll pay you a separate pay for that. I'm like, man, you're making it hard to say no. And he's like, let me talk to the boss real quick, cause his boss was there, and he's like, man, I'm good with that. If obviously he's a worker. He said, obviously I'm a worker. He's like, if he goes to his 9 to 5 and comes over here welding after work, obviously he's a worker. So I'm fine with that. So I'm like, man, I'm like, let me think about it for a day or two, man, because it's not that I mean, I like the other job where I work at. That, don't get me wrong, I like it. It's all right, and it's how do you say it? It's not really that much of a, I mean, there's loyalty to the company because, you know, they took care of me when they started me where I'm at and everything, but it's not just loyalty to the company, it's also loyalty to my boss over here, because man, that guy has helped me throughout so much. You don't even know. One time my little boy, he got flew to Fort Worth, and he was asking me, my boss calls me, Danny, how you doing, man, and how's your son, everything okay, anything we need to do to help you? We like, don't worry about your job. You always got your job here. As soon as you come back, do what you got to do with your kids. And man, my boss, I told him I'm loyalty to my company, but I'm loyalty more to my boss, because that guy, man, he's 100%. He's the coolest guy ever. And even him, he's like, man, Danny, I've been throwing a good word for you, man. I've been talking to a few other companies around the area and telling them that you started welding, and I'm trying to throw your name out there, man. I'm trying to help you out. And I'm like, heck yeah, man. I appreciate that. So, man, it's a big opportunity. You know, but I don't know. My heart, I guess, is loyalty. You know, loyalty is everything. So it's kind of hard to let these people know for everything that they're gonna offer. But I don't know. I gotta think about it. But I'm probably gonna have to say no. I'm not sure. And another note, man, on my truck. What it was is, like I said, I changed the spark plugs, I changed the oil, we checked all the coil packs, everything was good, and then I was doing some research on the internet, and I was like, man, don't tell me it's the cam, don't tell me it's the lifters, because it's a real common problem on these trucks. And I called the dealership, and it was still under warranty. They're like, yeah, just bring it in, and we'll check it out. Well, what happened was that wire that got cut up with the engine cover, it got cut up with the cover. When it got cut, it was arcing or something, and it fried the ECM. That's what it was. The ECM was no good. So they put a new one on there, and man, they programmed it to my truck and everything, and man, it's running good. I got good gas mileage. It's not misfiring no more. Everything's good. We're back in track where we're supposed to be. But man, I read a quote the other day, and I'm like me when I'm at work, I'll have my headphones on, and all day I'm listening to podcasts about business, success, stuff like that. And there was a quote that I liked that says, "We can't control the wind, but we can control the sails." Like no matter what life is gonna bring us, we can't control that, but we can control the outcome of what. I could have easily said, "Man, my truck messed up. I'm done. I'm not gonna weld no more. I'm gonna quit." But I try to do my best. I'm gonna tough it out. And then my cousins were helping me and family were helping me. Like, man, we know how passionate you are about welding. Use my truck. I had so many people letting me use their trucks if I wanted to, and even with my truck being in the shop, they let me use one of their trucks, and they're like, "Man, use it for welding. Make your money, whatever you got to do." Like, all right, I appreciate that. So I went out there Saturday and Sunday. I went out there and welded for a good 15-20 hours, man, and it's all money. It's all going back into the business, getting paid for my truck to get fixed and all that. But like I said, man, I could have gave up. I like, man, I got so much stuff going on, and it's this speed bump right here is a lot of things. It sounds impossible, but it's not really impossible, man. It might be difficult, but never impossible. If you really want it, you're gonna find a way to do it. And yeah, man, everything is going back on track, and I'm excited, man. And getting this job offer today, obviously, I guess I must be doing something right. And he's like, "What all do you do whenever you're at your work over there, and how much they pay you?" And I was telling him, I'm like, "Man, I do maintenance. Whenever they need me, if the loader driver doesn't show up, I'll get on the loader. If the skid driver doesn't show up, I'll get on the skid. Whenever the manager's not there, I'm the manager. Whatever they need done, man, I do it all. Electrical work, welding, fabricating, whatever." So he's like, "Man, I could use a guy like you over here." And he's like, "Let me talk to the boss, man. Let me see if we can structure some kind of deal for you." I'm like, "All right, man." I'm like, "That sounds good." I said, "But you gotta know, man, it's gonna be hard for me to leave my company, man, because they've been there for me since day one. My boss, man, there's people in there that they've been there for 10-15 years, and they work, but they do the very minimum to keep their job, and me, I want to go out there. I want to work. I'm excited, like I said, I talked to my boss about business, about like people are like, "Oh, I want a raise." Or like, "Well, you can't get a raise if you're gonna be sitting down all day. The money has to come from somewhere. You gotta produce the product that needs to be produced to compensate for the raise you want." And I talked to my boss about stuff like that, and he's like, "Man, these other guys, they don't understand that. They don't get it." And I'm just glad that everything's going back in track, man. I'm excited. I guess I'll leave y'all with this, man. I'm already driving home. It's already gonna be 8 o'clock. I haven't even ate. I haven't even man. I look rough. I've been working and working and working, and yesterday my daughter's birthday, so I worked over there, came home and celebrated her birthday. I didn't get to do nothing, I don't ever get to rest. And then top it off, when my truck broke down the next day, I found out I had a big, major water leak under my house. And I was like, man, like I said, people want to give up, and it'll make a person want to give up when you get all this. When it rains, it pours, But man, I'm glad everything's going back on track. Everything's good. Today's Wednesday. I got one more day of work over there in my regular job, and then I guess I'll see if I can do some more welding this weekend and fill up the bank account a little bit, because it was ready to cry. But all right, man, I guess I'll leave y'all here, and all y'all that been watching my videos, man, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, man. It really means a lot to me. I read y'all's comments, and I have people giving shout outs on their channel, like, "Man, I'm pulling for you. I hope you get it, man. I hope you get going." And like I said, it's hard being a single dad and trying to do everything on your own, so many stuff on your plate. But with y'all support, man, y'all got me through this, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all got me through this. Y'all support that y'all give me, and everything, that y'all's comments, and I appreciate everything, man. And I guess I'll leave y'all with this, and have a blessed day. And until the next time, man,